Hello everyone, so we have some squash here and I'm going to candy this one. So I have 4 more left, and you know, I may keep 1 or 2 for our future cooking. Okay, so this one I can probably keep that one there. And so I'm deciding which one that may last longer. So the harder the shell is, the longer they will last. So okay, this one sounds a lot more mature. So we're gonna keep this one for our next few weeks, or for our next month's veggies. And also this one, so we're gonna process this too. We're gonna make candy out of squash. Just like, oops, rolling out from me. So these are carrots, and this is how we make candy out of this. So this we use granulated white sugar, but any sugar, brown sugar or cane sugar, or organic sugar can also be used for it. And I have saved some of the these are some of the syrup that we use with the carrots that we're going to use this again in our processing. And you know what, this smells and the taste of those eastern anise really give a good bite on it. So we're gonna process this. Let's start doing. So we're going to start with our syrup, because the syrup will take a while to thin down and to thicken. And so we're gonna start it. So while we are preparing for our squash, so I'm gonna start with small amount of syrup that we have. These are already used syrup that we started last time, and then I will also add small amount of that, and then let's gonna add sugar. So this thing, I'm hoping that I can have a thicker syrup compared to the last time that I started. Last time it was my first candy carrots that I did, so it was exciting to do that. So now we're gonna do a little bit of modifications. Oh, I have learned that we actually have to start with a small amount of water first, or if you want to have butter, you can start with a small amount of butter and small amount of water, so that you can start with a thicker syrup. You can also use, if you want, you can also use honey on this procedure. You can also use brown sugar, cane sugar, or whatever sugar or sweetener you want. Okay, so that's good. And then, okay, so this is gonna be a thicker syrup that we want to do. And then we're gonna just let this one boil so that we can thicken it. And also I'm gonna let's add some more of this beautiful star anise. They were really good and tasty. So I'm gonna add more of that, and just about 1 more of my favorite cinnamon stick. Yeah. Then we're just gonna let this was infuse into a very slow fire. We're just gonna let it infuse slow. Just slow the power on it. Slow down the power so it can infuse. Slowly, I'm just gonna add my water slowly so that I don't get them too watery. So this is it. This is how you make some syrup. The sugar is no concern. You can just basically add sugars as you think. It's just it's just thickening the syrup. So you can just, there's no measurement needed in it. You just have to anticipate how thick you want the sugar, right? Okay, now I'm gonna go move ahead and skin our squash. So we're just finishing up with our peeling it off and preparing and seeding this squash. So as usual, guys, I'm always proud to have the right tools. So I'm using these tools, and they got nice teeth right there that is quite sharp, and they basically make my work a lot easier, and it makes it doable. Because of this, I'm able to actually keep the shape of this squash. I'm able to get rid of the seeds from the center, and we're going to process it, this one, with the beautiful circles on it. So we're just gonna cut them all up. I'm cutting them as just about 5 centimeter thick, like this, like that, just like this thickness. And now we are ready to boil this one with sugar. So now what we're gonna do is just basically allowing this one to drain, because the drier it is, the lesser water to it. And so when we put this in our sugar syrup, the lesser our sugar syrup will turn into watery. So basically, if we have the time, it's just good to allow it to air dry or dry it first, and then before you put that in the syrup. Okay. So this is our squash, and as you can see, guys, I let this one to air dry first. So because the drier it is, the better with our syrup. And also our syrup has been being really processing so beautifully. So this is really hot, as you can see this one. I just want to do this one when it's ready. You can see, guys, that when it is ready, the syrup connects with each other. As you drop it, it takes a long time for it to loosen up, and you can see the thickness on it, right? So that's it. That's an indication that your syrup is thickened and it's ready for to use. Look at that. One more time. Nice syrup. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so this is very hot. Don't get tempted to try it. Otherwise, you're gonna burn your tongue and your finger. So don't tempted to try it because this is very hot. So it's beautiful. I just love to see it that way. So now let's add our squash, small amount at a time, so that we can sure that they are covered with syrup. Slide it in. So just small at a time, and we're just gonna mix it just to make sure that it is covered with syrup. Okay, so I'm gonna continue doing this. So everything is in our pot right now, and now they are basically, I'm just gonna cook this one slow. As you can see, it's quickly cooking itself as it gets so transparent, and it's also soft once it gets transparent, but I don't want them to break. So I just gonna cook this one in slow, and also I will be occasionally, as I cook it slow, I'm gonna turn it over so that everything will be cooked. And also everything will be saturated in syrup, because we need them to be saturated with syrup so that they will taste good. So everything is soft. I will just now leave this one here on the syrup overnight so that they can get sweeter. Okay, just put this one back, and then I'm gonna allow this one to marinate, let it soak with the syrup overnight so it will be sweeter. And once in a while I will come in and make sure that I will put syrup on the top as well, so that they can all equally be preserved with sugar. And then tomorrow we're going to put this one in the dehydrator. Good morning, everyone. So this is our candied squash that we are processing, and we do soak this one overnight on juices. So now our next step is to basically to drain the juice, the syrup, out of this one. So I will just line this one up on my tray. So we're gonna line this up one at a time on our tray so that we can get rid of those excess water. And then we're gonna just allow it to air dry. Okay. So now we are just basically air drying this one for a while, just for about an hour or two. So we can just get rid of the excess fluid from it before we put this in the dehydrator. There you go. That's our squash. Okay, guys, our squash are ready to put into the dehydrator. Look at that. So we're just gonna load them into the dehydrator. We're gonna make some spaces to do this. So I have about 9 trays of squash here to go in. So now we're gonna lock up the door. We got door here, locker at the edge, and let's turn this power on at the back. We got some here at the back, power size right there. Okay, now we're gonna set this one. We're gonna set it to 60 degrees on temperature. 60, and then the timer, we're gonna set this one to 8 hours. Okay, and then it will just automatically run itself. Okay, now we are in the process of making squash candy for 8 hours, and in 4 hours we're going to check it and then turn it over, and then we're gonna run it for another 4 hours, turn it over, and then we're gonna check if they are ready for 8 hours. If not, then we have to do more. Hi everyone, so we finished processing the squash, and this is how it is. Look how gorgeous is this, guys. Look at the color. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so transparent, and it is still you can see that it is still very fluffy, and it is still very flexible, but there, when you press it down, there is no juice that coming off at it. There's no water. So this is good. So we can now store this one. So I don't have very much, but you know what? This is actually two reasonably big squash, but it's not, it comes out. See how easy the storage will be on this one, because now it's not that much to keep it, right? So now I'm just gonna put them in a jar. I don't have a good jar that will fit on this one, so I'm just gonna use this one for now. And this is also not for long storage, because it's not very much, so I'm pretty sure this will be gone in about a month. This can be gone in about a month. So They're just gonna press it down there so we can store as many as we can. So the ideal with this, guys, is that I can take this one with me in my bag for snacking because it's so easy because it's dry. So this is it, guys. This is what I love of my life now. I'm able to do what I love doing. And honestly, there is no stress. My life as a digital business owner is no stress. So this is it. These are 2 big squashes and this is all we have left to store. So just imagine, guys, this is the savings of our storage. That's it. This will be it. So to be able to do this and just enjoy what I have harvested, I planted, they produce, I harvested them and then store it. This is my reward as a digital business owner, and that is how I love my life now. It's just so rewarding and it's just worth it. Take care, everyone. Sign in on my website at www.startwithregina.com and enjoy your life and do what you love in life. Bye for now.